Hi, my name is Austin Bell. I'm a graduate of the University of Florida's Museum Studies program, class of 2012, and am now curator of collections for the Marco Island Historical Society at the Marco Island Historical Museum in Marco Island, Florida. And today we're going to take a look around the museum and show you what's going on. Right now we're standing in the collection storage room at the Marco Island Historical Museum, where we keep all of our artifacts and photographs and documents related to Marco Island history. And behind me to my left we have our archaeological materials, which we just received an NEH grant for, the rehabilitation and long-term preservation of these important artifacts that people will learn from and study for generations to come. So right now we're standing at the starting point for our new outdoor exhibit called Windows and Doors to History. And as you can see, we installed 26 faux windows and doors around the museum, each with an original piece of artwork by 7 renowned artists that were reproduced on aluminum sheets and placed around the exterior of the building so that visitors outside the museum could get a sense of what they were going to see inside the museum and its exhibits. And each of these windows was a naming opportunity for donors, and it was a great fundraiser for our organization. So we're standing inside the museum in our Calusa exhibit called Paradise Found, 6,000 Years of People on Marco Island, and it discusses the Native American cultures that have lived here and in this area for obviously the past 6,000 years. So now I'm standing in the immersive Calusa Village, which is part of the same exhibit here at the Marco Island Historical Museum. And this exhibit won the 2015 award for excellence in exhibits from the Florida Association of Museums. This is our new Pioneer Era exhibit, which we just opened in January of 2017. You can see it's the Pioneer Era, a tale of two villages. Marco Island at one time was made up of a village on the north end, Marco, and Caxambas on the south end, and it was first settled in 1870. And so this exhibit explores that period from 1870 all the way to 1960, when Hurricane Donna swept through and sort of hit the reset button on the whole era. And we're very excited about this exhibit because it features a lot of interactive and digital displays, such as this animation where you press a button and it actually illustrates and comes to life and shows you the history of some iconic historical buildings on the Marco waterfront and how they changed over time over that 90-year period. And around the corner here we have our Pioneer Cabin, which actually doubles as a movie theater. We have a popular film about the history of Marco Island that runs on a loop in here. And if you'd like, you can actually come and sit out here on the front porch and check out a water scene on the Marco River, complete with jumping fish and alligators. And this is a new technology, again, projection that we're very excited to have here at the museum. The Museum Studies program at University of Florida was a great choice for me because it really offered a unique blend of theoretical framework and practical experience that has paid off in my time here at a small history museum. I was able to not only gain a better understanding for best practices and museum ethics and standards from my classes, but also worked at the History of Diving Museum, a small history museum, large museums like the Florida Museum of Natural History and the Smithsonian Institution, and even an art museum, the Samuel P. Harn Museum of Art. And all of those, that diverse set of experiences I had, still comes into play every day here at this museum, where I wear several different hats, and I'm so thankful for that diverse set of experiences. My advice to a current student in museum studies would be to dare to go outside your comfort zone. Don't be afraid of trying something, even if you think you might not be interested in it. And think of everything that you do in school, whether it's directly related or not, as a learning opportunity. Because I had so many experiences that I thought, I'll never do this again, or geez, I'm glad this is over with because I don't want to do that anymore, and has come back to the forefront of my current position, because when you work at a small museum, you really do get your hands in pretty much every area of the museum, and I'm so glad that I did have those experiences to call back on, even if some of them weren't, at the time, the ones I was really interested in exploring. So don't be afraid to go out your comfort zone and get that experience, even if it's a little bit uncomfortable. And of course, no good museum exhibit would be complete without a Florida Gator, which I managed to sneak in there. Go Gators!